My family read my will before I was even dead, and what they did after haunts me till this day. I'm not dying, at least not any faster than anyone else. But my family doesn't know that. 3 months ago, I had a health scare, a seizure out of nowhere. They ran all the scans, all the tests, and for 12 terrifying hours, the doctors suspected a brain tumor. I wrote my will that night, not because I expected to die, but because those hours made me realize how unprepared I was. I put everything in a folder and locked it in the desk in my home office. A week later, my results came back. Not a tumor or cancer, just a random neurological event that may never happen again. I should have been relieved. Instead, I made the fatal mistake of telling my mother I got my affairs in order. She heard the word will, and then she did what my family always does: overreact, dramatize, and dig where they don't belong. I had no idea how bad it would get. One afternoon, I came home from work and felt immediately that something was off. My desk drawer was unlocked. The folder was gone. I tore through the office and found it on the dining table, opened, pages scattered, sticky notes everywhere. Standing over them were my mother, my 2 sisters, and my older brother. My mother looked up and said, "We didn't think you'd mind. We needed to know." Needed to know what? What I wanted done with my things after I died. I was right there, alive. The will was basic. I listed my house, my retirement account, my savings, and a small life insurance policy. Everything was divided evenly among my siblings, except one thing. I left my grandfather's watch, the one he wore every day of his life, to my nephew, my brother's son. When my brother saw that, he lost it. He slammed the paper onto the table and yelled, "Why does his kid get the watch? Why not mine?" My sister chimed in, "You're playing favorites again." Then the real fight began. They started screaming over furniture they didn't own, arguing about who would get the house. My mother tried to force me into changing beneficiaries to avoid drama. At one point, she actually said, "If you're going to leave us with this mess, at least do it fairly." I wasn't leaving anything. I wasn't dying, but they weren't listening. The worst moment happened when my younger sister pulled me aside while the others were still arguing over my TVs and car. She said, "Listen, you probably won't be around much longer. At least be smart. Don't leave anything to mom. You know she'll just give it to Brian." I stared at her and said, "I'm not dying." Her face didn't change. "You will eventually," she said. "Better to fix it now." That was the moment I felt something inside me snap. She wasn't talking to me like her living, breathing sibling. She was talking to me like a future asset. Then my brother grabbed the will off the table and started rewriting it. He started rewriting my will with a pen he found in my kitchen. "I'll just fix this now," he muttered. "We can sign it later." I snatched it away from him, but he held on so tight the paper tore in half. And then my mother said the line that will haunt me forever: "You should be grateful we care enough to plan ahead." Care? They didn't ask how I felt. They didn't ask if I needed help. All they saw was my stuff. I lost every ounce of faith that my family saw me as anything more than what I could leave behind. I rewrote my will that night, a real one, and put it with my lawyer this time. Not a single family member is in it. Not my mom, not my siblings, not even my nephew. Everything goes to charity. I'm donating my house to a veterans housing program, my savings to a local childhood cancer fund, the watch to a museum where it actually means something, and everything else to organizations that don't fight over the dead. I didn't warn them. I won't. They earned every bit of the shock they'll feel one day.